Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda, Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhaktivinoda. This is Chapter 3, Krishna Samhita by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. The descriptions of the Lord's incarnations. The two philosophies, Advaitavada, or monism from Vedanta, and materialism from Sankhya, have been current from time immemorial. Monism has been further divided into two, namely Vivartavada and Mayavada. Among all these philosophers, some say the material world is a transformation of Brahman, some say it is false, and some have established the material world as beginningless. Swan-like persons, however, say that although Lord Krishna is separate from all activities and their cause, by his inconceivable potency, through his three principal energies, the Lord is nevertheless present and involved in the activities of Vaikuntha, the living entities, and the material world. Krishna is personally present in spiritual activities. He is present as Supersoul, the living entities, and he is worshipped as Yagneshwara in the material world. He alone awards the results of all activities. All the existing personal expansions and all the created separated expansions, the living entities, are products of Krishna's energy. Therefore, Lord Sri Krishna is the origin of all expansions. Nothing can manifest outside his energy, therefore, he is the source of all forms. All incarnations of the Lord emanate from him, therefore, he is the source of all incarnations. Lord Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is no truth superior to him. That Krishna is inconceivably powerful and merciful. He is ardently engaged in the welfare of the living entities who have been conditioned by Maya due to misuse of their independence. When the conditioned souls receive various forms according to their nature, Supreme Lord Krishna, by his inconceivable potency, agrees to accompany them by incarnating and enjoying pastimes with them. When the living entities accept the position of fish, the Lord accepts his fish incarnation, Matsya. Matsya is without danda. When the living entities gradually accept the position of Vajradanda, then the Lord incarnates as Kurma. When Vajradanda gradually becomes Merudanda, the Lord incarnates as Varaha. When the living entities accept the combined position of human and animal, the Lord accepts his incarnation of Nishinga. When the living entities are short, he appears as Vamana. When living entities are uncivilized, he comes as Parashuram. When they are civilized, he appears as Ramachandra. When the living entities possess the wealth of practical knowledge, then Lord Krishna himself appears. When the living entities develop the tendency for argument, the Lord appears as Buddha. When they are atheistic, the Lord comes as Kalki. These are well-known facts. In the course of the gradual development of the living entities' hearts, the Lord incarnates in a form corresponding to the mood of the devotee. The source and activity of those forms are untouched by material contamination. After consideration, the sages have divided the history of the living entity's advancement into 10 periods of time. Each period has different symptoms, with each successive mood superior to the previous. Each progressive mood is described as an incarnation. Some learned scholars have divided this period of time into 24 and ascertained 24 incarnations. Yet there are others who have divided it into 18 with a corresponding number of incarnations. Some people say that the Supreme Lord is omnipotent, therefore he may sometimes incarnate by his inconceivable energy in a material body, and all incarnations can therefore be accepted simply as historical incidents. According to the opinion of Swan-like Vaishnavas, this statement is extremely unreasonable because it is impossible for Lord Krishna to accept a material body and perform material activities. Such action would be insignificant and abominable for him. But his appearance and pastimes in the hearts of the realized living entities are accepted by both the sadhus and Krishna. What to speak of Krishna enjoying Maya? He is not even seen by persons who are under the shelter of Maya, yet simply by the mercy of Krishna, one can easily see him through samadhi. Pure activities of Krishna have been perceived through the samadhi of swan-like persons like Vyasadeva. Krishna's activities are not exactly historical like those of people under the clutches of Maya, because Krishna's activities are not limited to any time or place, nor are his activities comparable with the activities of ordinary people. After careful consideration and by the mercy of Sri Krishna Chaitanya, we will herein briefly describe the activities of Krishna. The explanation on the science of Krishna that is presented in this book may be applied to his various incarnations. Conclusion is that Krishna is the root cause and seed of all incarnations. He is eternally enjoying pastimes with the living entities as the Supersoul. The Supersoul reciprocates according to the mood and realization of a living entity acquires while traveling on the path of fruitive activities. But Krishna does not personally appear until spiritual attachment arises in the hearts of the living entities. Therefore, all other incarnations appear from the Supersoul, of whom Krishna is the original seed. We appeal to the swan-like Vaishnavas to ignore the imperfections of these verses and happily relish Krishna's activities, which are the essence and wealth of all living entities. Regarding these descriptions of Krishna's activities, despite much effort, we were unable to restrain our intelligence from considerations of time and space, because we are not free from the pangs of material life. Still, after drinking the shower of mercy from Sri Gaurachandra, the son of Sachi and our only guide, let whatever little we have described herein enter the hearts of all living entities to fill the absence of Krishna Ras. That is, let everyone relish the transcendental mellows in relationship with Krishna. Thus ends the third chapter of Sri Krishna Samhita entitled Descriptions of the Lord's Incarnations. May Lord Krishna be pleased.